Today, the world celebrates acts of courage and determination of women who had played incredible role for their countries and communities. On this 8th March, we pay tribute to beautiful and strong women of occupied Kashmir who are facing violence, crackdown, fake encounters, brutal torture and target killing. And they are struggling for just cause to have their basic rights and peace in occupied Kashmir. Women in Kashmir doesn't enjoy the basic rights guaranteed under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights UDHR and Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women CEDAW by United Nations. In the war-torn region, women are subjected to great hardships. Kashmiri women had made immense sacrifices and paid a heavy price for their struggle against Indian illegal occupation. But they continuously play their role in defying India's aggression. They are fighting against injustice and war crimes. Women in conflict situations seek international support for implementation of the United Nations Security Council's resolutions on Kashmir to uphold human rights values as the world is silent on Indian atrocities in Indian occupied Kashmir, especially the use of rape as a deliberate weapon of war by Indian occupational forces. No one has forgotten the mass rape of Poland Pochpura that illustrate how the Indian state scripted its own counter-narrative use of Armed Forces Special Power Act etc. There are 22,911 widows in Indian occupied Kashmir. Their husbands have been brutally killed by occupational forces. 1,500 half-widows still waiting for the return of their deceased or disappeared husbands. The prolonged and indeterminate nature of husbands' absence makes half-widows vulnerable to several threats against their physical and mental well-being. There are several cases of encounters where almost 14 women had been killed during the last 30 years, either in crossfire or were targeted by Indian occupational forces. Some of the notable cases are that of Batmalo, Shopian and Yonso Kupwara. All these are the fallouts from the human rights abuses and violations of international humanitarian laws by Indian state. It is worthy to mention the names of women like Asian Garabi, Nahida Nasreen and Fahmida Sofi who struggled really hard against the injustice they had been facing since last 3 decades in Indian occupied Kashmir. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women.